everybody. I'm joined today. What a blessing it is to be here today with the first-year head coach with the Delaware women's basketball team, Sarah Jenkins. Coach, welcome back to Newark. How's it been so far?
Been great. So excited to be back. This is home for me. So it's an honor and a privilege to be back, and I'm super happy.
That's amazing. And I was on Twitter the day that you had your press conference. I saw the embrace between you and also first-year head coach Kimberly Lambert with the Delaware women's volleyball team. Talk about pure joy and excitement, right? Like being surrounded by friends and family like that at Delaware. How does that really encompass Delaware being home for you?
You know, this place is special. And what's so special about it, again, is just the community of people that surrounds it. And it's a genuine love and a genuine friendship. And, serving as an assistant here under Coach A for so many years, I have cultivated relationships with people all across the department and in the community. And just to be able to reunite with those people and to be back together again is just an absolutely amazing feeling. And I'm super excited about what's to come.
That's awesome. And you mentioned Coach A, you said 20 years ago, if former head coach at Delaware, Natasha Adair, didn't commit to you, you may not have been here today. How crucial is the commitment that you get to now bring forward within this program?
It's an unbelievable opportunity, and I never take it for granted. And every day it's an opportunity to pour life into each and every one of these young women that we're coaching. And I don't take it for granted, and I don't take it lightly. And I'm just super excited just to have the opportunity to help cultivate and develop young women. This is a pivotal age for them, right? This is a crucial age and a time in their life. And for us to have this influence is so important. And I'm so grateful and excited to have the opportunity.
Yeah. And Delaware has such a rich history with opening that door of opportunity to play professionally, Elena, Jasmine Dickey, many other players who are overseas right now. And so having that support of the open doors, but also huge alumni support as well. How special is it to be within this close-knit group?
I mean, it's important. And I think a big thing that it helps with is just allowing the world and the community and people to see what we have here and how strong the network is and how strong our community is and how supportive it is and just the resources that we have available. I tell people all the time, we produce pros here, and if you want to be a pro and you want an opportunity to be a pro, this is a great place for you to do it. And you have the resources and you have the support to be able to do so. And so it's a great environment and great place to be able to grow your game and to network and build relationships. And that's something that we preach here all the time, is that relationships are so important.
Mm-hmm. Okay. New era under you. You're at the helm. What is this going to look like? What are you preaching now?
It's going to be a lot of jokes. Okay. It's going to be a whole lot of jokes. It's going to be a lot of laughing. No, but seriously, I am a big relationship person by nature, and building relationships is important to me. And that's something that we're preaching to our team. Our philosophy here is that we expect to win. We expect to win on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. And one of the biggest things that I teach our kids that relationships win. Relationships are what help you win. Relationships are what help propel you forward and help keep you grounded. And so we're teaching our players, I'm teaching my staff and pointing to my staff the power of building genuine relationship. And that's something that's going to carry on with me, with this program, as long as I'm here at the helm, which I hope is for a really long time.
Wonderful. And speaking of winning, I see that trophy behind you on the shelf, Coach. I mean, how much does the success of last year really kind of carry over, pour into just the confidence that your women have when they take the court every day this year?
It's incredible because, I was fortunate enough to be an assistant here in those years where we were, kind of building up to lead to us to winning the championship. And what was really important for us is just the culture, right? And creating a culture and an environment where we expected to win and we competed to win, and being a part of the building of that foundation was critical. And then being able to now step into the head coaching seat and still have that culture intact, right? Most coaches that take over programs, they have to rebuild the culture. And I walked into a culture where our players and our team, they have a winning attitude and they have a winner's mindset, a winner's culture. And so it's super important, and I'm super excited for us. We have a long way to go, and we've got work to do, and we've got areas where we need to get better. But You know, a lot of pressure on me though, a lot of pressure. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
Mhm.
But again, eager to take on the role and welcoming the challenge.
Yeah. And so you talk about, the details of what you want to get better at. What are some of those things now, a few weeks of practice in, are you really kind of honing in on with your ladies?
You know, big thing for us is the non-negotiables, right? And there are
Okay.
3 things that we won't, our staff, we tell our kids, we're not going to coach. We're not going to coach your energy. We're not going to coach your effort, and we're not going to coach your communication. And so those are 3 things that every day our girls are expected to bring. They're expected to work hard. They're expected to be excited to be there. They're expected to be pumped up, and they're expected to communicate. And those are things that are non-negotiables for us. So right now, what we're focusing on is making sure we bring the non-negotiables every day.
Cool. I did a lot of Twitter stalking before I prepared for this interview. And one of the videos is your parents before the first day of practice, coming to practice. And then you obviously look over and you see them there. I mean, that's incredible, right? Like that's rare to have that support. How amazing is it to really have family who's just still surrounding you, still pouring into you personally?
You know, family is really big for me. You know, I'm the oldest of 6.
Wow.
I'm the oldest of 6, so that's why I'm a little crazy. But and my dad is actually a pastor, so I grew up
Wow.
in a pastor's home and in a family, growing up in church, and so family has been so crucial to us. So we have a very, very large family, and coming back to Delaware was super exciting for me because I had the opportunity to be in a place where my family could be involved in my process and in my journey, and so I am just ecstatic that I'm here, that my family could be here. My parents walked in the door the first practice, like I'm crying, I'm like, oh, the only thing I cry on is Grey's Anatomy, but I'm sitting here crying. I'm sitting here crying because they walked through the door, but the support means everything in the world. And it will mean everything to me to be able to look in the stands and see my parents, and my siblings, and my nieces and nephews and uncles and aunts. And we're gonna have a good crowd here. So I'm excited about it.
Count that as fan attendance, right?
Fan attendance.
Your family's going to take over. Coach, that's so awesome. And I'm sure just growing up with your own team, that has really bled over into just everything you do in life. What would you say you learned from that you now implement every single day?
To be a giver and to
Mm.
be selfless, and right. And so growing up, when have a big family and you have lots of siblings, you have to share things and you have to share toys and you fight over things. But in the process, it teaches you to be selfless and to share and to be a giver. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I am trying to display to my team and to share and to show to my staff, the importance of servanthood and being a giver and being selfless and sharing. And I'm not too big to do a certain task, or I can't do this. I'll sweep the floor, I'll vacuum the carpet. I won't do it a lot though, because I got a bad back, and if you bend over with a broom, it's really hard. But really want people to understand the importance of being selfless and giving.
Mhm. The first is last and the last is first, right? Servant leadership. So amazing. Cool, Coach. Thank you. I can't wait to hopefully meet your family at some point during this season, but just wishing you all the best at Delaware. We'll be following along, but great to get to know you today.
Thank you so much. We appreciate having me.